Matt, tough afternoon, good Bradford side today, and I think no complaints about the result.
It was a better team won on the day, didn't it? There was a very good side. Certainly going to be there or thereabouts for automatic, let alone playoffs or promotion, just in general. So no complaints whatsoever.
Difficult to come again at the best of times have to come into it without your skipper. I guess is a big blow. Was he close to being able to play today?
No.
Come off on Friday.
No. So no, we've not taken anything away from Bradford here at all, because as you just said there, I thought they were excellent and they really caused us problems, and they're a really good side. But yeah, to miss Eastie and some other key players, and then players playing with little knocks as well, and having to and putting their bodies on the line for me and the club, and a couple of illnesses in there as well. So no, I was proud of the lads who rallied for me and went and battled out there today. We certainly had some moments in the first half. Stating the obvious, the penalty, but we certainly had some moments and chances. Harry had one really early on. Harty's had a good long range chance as well. So I thought they created a lot in the first half, but I thought we had our moments too, and the penalty certainly changed the game.
And 18,000 in the crowd make a good atmosphere. I guess it was important. You pressed on the players not to try and give away an early goal, and giving one away after 10 minutes couldn't really help.
No, certainly didn't, and wasn't happy the way we conceded that. At all. So, no, poor goal to give away at such an early stage in the game.
Now, we talk about the penalty, obviously the big moment, a quarter of an hour to go. Sutton supporters would have been surprised that we'd have expected Harry Peterson to take it, but Lee Angle decided to pick the ball up and ended up taking it.
Exactly. So Harry's taken so many big penalties for us over the years, hasn't he? But Lee's taken penalties at his previous club, and he wanted to grab the ball there, and obviously he's playing against his previous club. And wanted to, after doing so well for the penalty and great footwork and rounding the keeper, he wanted to try and put it in the net, but unfortunately it wasn't to be.
Was Harry expected to take it beforehand, or was it left on to just decide on the pitch?
No, Lee's grabbed it like a striker would, but Harry was down to take the penalties.
And it's still a bit frustrating, I guess, that you'll never know how the game might have unfolded had that gone in at 1-1. But second half again, Bradford came out and we were under the cosh for a long period. Yeah,
it's frustrating because say the penalty goes in, the 1-1, and the whole game changes. But yeah, it was important. We just couldn't really get going at the start of the second half, and again we get done. I say again, I'm not happy with how we've got done on the counter attack from our free kick. So I'm not saying it's a common occurrence, but I'm not happy with the goal that we've conceded there. So disappointing goals. Although I thought, I thought they were good in their play, but the goals we conceded certainly were preventable.
The third one, the same, was a breakaway attack. But I guess you've got to give Andy Cook credit. He plugged away. Brilliant save, I thought, by Jack Rose in the first half to keep him out.
Yeah.
But you'd be hard to begrudge him a goal in that game.
It was a top performance from him, wasn't it? One of the leading goal scorers in the division, and rightly so. He's a man in form, he was very good for them tonight. But
could easily have folded at 3-0. Still 20 minutes to go in this atmosphere. So I'm going to credit to the players. Came back last 20 minutes, scored a really good goal ourselves. Could have had another one. Couple of scrambles around. Could have made it interesting.
Well, we never go down, do we?
No.
We haven't deserved anything out of the game, and we certainly go down fighting. And as always do, good at work ethic, and as I say, players having to come off and injuries within a bit of illness within the camp, but they kept going for us as they always do. So the effort amongst the lads, I'm really proud with, and as you say, it was a good goal score from us. And
talk about the injuries, talk about Craig Eastman, Will Randall missing again. He was missing on Friday, and then Joe Kizzy had to come off. Was that an injury? Or was
he shouldn't. I probably wouldn't have played him normally. He was one of the ones I'm talking about there. So being precautionary with him, and probably at that stage of the game, I'm high risk of him now potentially being out for the season. So that's why we took him off.
So the injuries beginning to just get us again with 5 games to go. 9 points now short of the playoffs. I think we've got to accept it's probably a big ask now to get into them.
Of course it is. We've got 5 games to go. And
they don't get any easier, or in Northampton the next 2.
No, they'll be tough games. But 15 points still to play for. If we won all 5, which is a big ask, but that's what we've got to try and aim to do. We'll put us on 72 points and see whether that maybe sneaks you in there or not. So it is going to be a tough ask, as you say. One, whether 72 gets you in there, and two, to go and win the 5 games. So I'm just proud of everyone really from the season we had in the first half to really rally for a strong 20-game run and be very consistent over that period, which has really set us up into the Easter weekend against 2 good and tough sides, but unfortunately both results haven't gone our way, which is now, with 5 to go, making it extremely difficult for us. But I certainly would have taken that coming into the Easter weekend back in November.
And just putting it a little bit of perspective, I mentioned during the commentary that 20 years, if you'd said 20 years ago over the Easter weekend that we were playing in surroundings like this, in a situation like this, when 20 years ago our Easter game was at Maidenhead, this one, playing at Bradford, shows up quite how far the club's come and puts everything into a little bit of perspective.
Even 3-4 years ago when I first took over, to say we've come in front of 18,000 in a league game. We've made huge strides over a few years, and we're not standing still here either. And
now we look ahead Saturday, Leyton Orient. League leaders could possibly, I think, looking at the table, clinch promotion if with a result, if other results go their way. For us this week, just seeing who's fit and seeing what we can do for next Saturday. Is there likely to be a few injuries? Problems?
Yeah, we've got to see how we are today and see how the ones who are at home, how they are with the treatment they've had back at home over the weekend. But we'll be off tomorrow, back in on Wednesday, and yeah, exactly, seeing who's the fittest and the best team. So hopefully, I want to go and win on Saturday.
Brilliant. Thanks a lot for coming out as always, Matt, and we'll see you on Saturday.
Brilliant.
Cheers.
Cheers, thank you.